Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to part 9, I think, of Gen 2 of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. So it is Winterfest, but I decided we were going to have a little toddler play date. So Rose, Alana, and Isabella have all gotten together. We have David and Alana's 2 boys, Jonathan and Crispin. We have little Vivian, and also to get him out of the house and, you know, get some fresh air and stuff and maybe a little bit of sun, which is controversial for the goths, Isabella has brought along little nobility toddler goth over here. So I've brought them to the park. I have added in a toddler slide that they can play on. We're pretending this is timber, you guys. There are no timber looking assets in the game for toddlers, but we're pretending this is a timber slide. Oh, buddy, what's the matter? Little Jonathan's having a cry. Sir Edison is here, but fortunately he's leaving, which is good because he, if you'll recall in the last part, oh, now he's looking at Rose. Oh, see? Remember how he in the last part contacted Rose and was like, hey, I really like you? And she was like, I'm sorry, Sir Edison, but no. Oh, no, he's coming over to talk to her. Oh, my God. Now he's saying hi. And she's like, hi. Hi. Oh, I gave Thomas a makeover, by the way. When he comes home from work, I'll show you guys. So let's do a belly laugh. Now, I actually mainly wanted Vivienne just to meet the other toddlers. That was the whole point of this exercise. So I'm going to get her to share the love with her cousins. Cassandra Goth's shown up. I mean, her son is here. So that makes sense. Oh, he's scored some food from somewhere. Steak too. Typical goth, honestly. So I'll get her to say hi and then come over here and we'll say grab a serving together of this fruit thing that Sir Edison made. That was nice of him, I guess. I mean, he's offering us food. Oh, little Jonathan's playing with a toy. It's cutie. And Crispin looks so sad. They're probably still mourning their granddad. I mean, the boys were there when he passed away. Vivian kind of never really knew him. So she was a little bit sad for a little bit, but moved on fairly quickly. Oh, look at this. Sorry, wait. I just have to. Look. These two are doing that. Oh, Vivienne, not on the snow, honey. You'll get your beautiful dress all wet. Poor little sweetie. That would be making such a wet puddle on her clothes. Hi, Mama. They're so cute. So stinking cute. I'm actually hoping for a nice wholesome episode where things don't go wrong in this part. And now I've said that, you just watch. She will be a good mum one day, I think. Isabella. We are. Little Crispin's like, spin me. Ah, look, Alana decided to copy. I didn't tell her to do that. She just did that on her own. Actually, I think that's Crispin. It's hard to tell them apart. Shall I have her? I'll have Vivienne try and cheer him up. He's crying again. He's crying so much. We'll talk about toys. Now, her skills are coming along quite nicely. She's communication level 3 already. Movement level 2, which means she can do stairs, which is great. And then we've got potty 2, so she can go to potty on her own. And then we've got thinking and imagination level 1. So obviously a little way to go. I am going to have to take this toddler home. She is well overdue for a nap and her dress is apparently wet. So what I'm going to do is, well, I kind of wanted her to like get to know her sister-in-law better as well. They kind of don't know each other that well. So we'll sing about Winterfest and generally basically catching up, you know, how's mum going, you know, because Olivia didn't come. She wasn't really feeling up to it. So, you know, how is mum going? And Alana's saying, look, she's going really well, you know, as well as can be expected. She's been throwing herself into looking after the toddlers because, you know, I think it's a good distraction for her. Each of the toddlers has a toy in their inventory. I don't buy them toy boxes. I just give them a single toy each. So she's got her little sheep, her little knitted sheep, which is a CC object. I just thought it looked like something that Isabella could have crafted for her. It's very cute. He's got a owl, I think, like a little knitted handmade owl. Again, CC, which is covered in snow. I mean, fair. I'm going to have her go home, but we have to do like a Winterfest afternoon tea and stuff. And I'm thinking, I just don't know if we bring anybody. I'm thinking maybe not. They can all just go home. We'll just bring our child. They can go home because I mean, this will be the first Winterfest these two have had as a couple together, as like a family, little family unit. And although I think Rose is missing Isabella, I think she's starting to see that Isabella was right, that, you know, she was a little bit of a kind of fifth wheel in the household, you know. Now, I'll show you guys. Why aren't you going to the toilet, Thomas? Come over here and use this. He did have a little makeover. His wife has given him a haircut because you remember he had that super, super long hair, the ponytail. And he obviously, you know, he's a man now. He's not a boy. He's not a youth. So she's given him a haircut. I got some awesome CC hair and it suits him. And he's also starting to grow a beard. Let me know what you think. I figured it's cold. You know, he's like, I don't want to shave. The other thing that I did, because they had the money, is I've upgraded their toilet. So this is the toilet. It's the vampires one. And I've been using it as my like default toilet in houses with a bit more money. So he's coming down to use that. I would like to also replace the bath, get them like a nice copper looking kind of bath. There are a few in the game, but you know, we've obviously got to get a bit more money together first. So we'll go outside, buddy. Don't you pee in the house. Roan's an elder now. I can't remember if that happened on screen. I don't think it did. He aged up into an elder. It's hard to believe. He's been with us so little time. It's probably good that he stayed with us instead of moving in with the goths. Just because, you know, he's going to have his nice quiet retirement now. Little doggo. So it was Isabella's room, obviously. It's now Vivienne's room. I've kept Isabella's bed and everything here because the thing is that as she grows up, I expect she'll just move across into that bed. You know, if they have another kid, we'll just keep the toddler bed in there for now. All right, we're going to cook a grand meal. We will cook a turkey dinner because it is Winterfest. Now, we also need to make resolutions and have a fire. We have a fireplace. Actually, he's gone to bed. Thomas, no. Oh, fine. He can be in bed for a little bit just while she cooks, and then he has to get up. Because apparently, yeah, they want to light a fire. It says fireplace, though. Obviously, this is my edited Winterfest. I took out Father Winter. He's not super realistic, and I'm kind of going for more realistic, but with vampires. I don't know, like high fantasy realistic rather than anything else. All right, get up. Come down here. Fill that bowl. You can also put this out and relight it, and hopefully that'll tick off. Oh, he's wandering around in his pajamas. See, they can do that now without it being weird because it's just the three of them. It's very cute. So he's like checking the fire and he accidentally puts it out. I'll get him to light it again. Oh, apparently interact with any of them. Oh, so he didn't need to put it out. He just needed to interact with it. This is just so wholesome and nice. They've got their nice toasty warm little house. They can sit down and, you know, just have a chat. She's going to, you know, touch base with him about how he's going at work. He only did a half day today because when I loaded the household up, it was already like, I think 10 or 11 a.m. So he missed 3 hours or whatever. He does have work tomorrow. Hopefully him working hard will be enough. He's now a weaponsmith, which is exciting. I don't know how many levels this career has. Next promotion is armorsmith. So, which will be level 4. It's also midweek, so we don't have a dinner party to do probably in this part unless I play through a lot off screen. I might have them do their resolutions. We could do aspiration milestone. Oh no, she's never, actually we need to change her. Because she was on the MasterChef one and she needed to get to level 4 of the culinary career. Obviously that's not going to happen because she's not on the culinary career. So, and did we do the mixology one? Yeah, join the culinary career. So we can't do either of the food aspirations any higher. We could do family, have a child earn A in high school, which means she can't do that because our kid's not going to go to school. She could do super parent, become a parent, achieve level 4 parenting, discipline your child. I help them with schoolwork. Wonder if school projects count because I can buy those without the kids going to school. Let's try that. We'll start her on that. So she needs to discipline her child, toddler child or teen 5 times. He also needs to make a resolution. His resolution will be, I can't remember what his aspiration is. Raise a skill. Let's go for get promoted. It's easy. We're working on that anyway. He's made his resolution and I didn't actually set one for her. There we go. Complete an aspiration milestone. I feel ripped off. Thomas came home and look how close he is to being excellent performance. I think if he hadn't missed like an hour of work the day before, he would have been fine. So I'm thinking that I'll get Rose to come in because he's clearly had a stressful day at work. So she's going to be like, hey, how was your day? And he's like, oh, you know, explaining how he just had to deal with a bad customer. Like, he's a weaponsmith at the moment. So, you know, he made a set of daggers for someone and they weren't super appreciative or anything. And she's like, look, I can totally understand that. You know, like, obviously working with the nobility herself, she understands about entitled nobility and, you know, the things they want that might be a bit unreasonable at times. She has told him about what happened with the Honeycutt. Was it Vincent? I get the two Honeycutt twin boys mixed up, but the Honeycutt boy that hit on her, she has told him about that, obviously, but she hasn't told him about Sir Edison because she knows Sir Edison's effectively like an in-law to her, and she doesn't kind of want to cause drama for David and Alana by telling her husband that he basically asked her out, knowing she was married. And I actually thought better of Sir Edison than that. I knew the other knight that lived there, obviously Leon, when he was alive. So Leon, he was the one that was executed by the king. He had a bit of a reputation, so I would have expected him to be hitting on Rose. What I might do, actually, I'm going to have these guys have the night in, but I'll take you to show you Andrea's house. I'll load that lot up so you can see where she's living. She's moved in currently temporarily with her aunt. But I am going to have Thomas and Rose woohoo first. Now, she's going up to go potty, and then I might actually have her go to bed on her own. And I am going to have these guys woohoo. I don't really particularly want them to get pregnant. I've had bad luck with hookup interactions lately. I could have them hook up and we'll see what happens. I kind of want to leave it in the lap of the gods whether she gets pregnant. So let's hook up in bed. Hopefully that will make him feel better. And then we'll go across and visit Andrea. All right, you guys, this is where Andrea's staying. It looks very posh, but it's actually like an inn. So the lot's actually, I think, called Medieval Boarding House. I'll just confirm. Medieval Quarters, it's called. I did get it from the gallery. I have made changes like I did to all of them. Again, mainly just to lighting. And we've got, you know, there's a nice little garden here. The household has a lot of funds, but it's because the person who owns this has a lot of funds. So she's living with, there's a couple. There's Rebecca and Archer Levin. We have Rosemary Stout, who actually shares a boarding house room with Elsie, who is Andrea's aunt. So this is Zachary's younger sister. Andrea actually has a double bed to herself in a room here, but she's only staying here temporarily because she will be shipping out, like, as crew on a ship shortly. So that's what's going on there. It's a beautiful little build. So we've got like a little kind of common room down here with lots of dirty plates, and Colton's shown up. That's convenient, isn't it? So let's go and visit him. He must have shown up to say goodbye to her because he knows she's leaving soon. That would make sense. All right, let's go and tell him an engaging story about how we got a job shipping off on a merchant caravan. So he's shown up to see her. It's like the middle of the night. I'd like to imagine this is very romantic, but I know how interactions between these two go. Oh, they've come into the kitchen to chat. I mean, it is warmer in here. It would make sense. So she's going to give him a pep talk about how exciting it is to go on a ship. She's very excited. So she's going to give him a hug. Now, it does feel like these guys, they're getting on okay as friends. Like, I was shipping them. I'm not going to lie. Ask about his personality type. Maybe that'll help us figure out what's going on with him. Because I feel like he likes her. I feel like, see, look at him. That's the look of a guy who's like, I want these guys to get together. Basically, she's like, if you wanted to get away, you could come on the ship with me. You know, we're going to sail down the coast. I hear we're going to go past the Forgotten Kingdom. You know, that's where my brother is now. Although I am scared of vampires. And he's like, well, you should be. I'll have her compliment his appearance. We'll see how it goes. I'm still rooting for these guys, which given the amount of times it's gone badly. I don't even know why, but I am. So, did he like that? He's thinking, oh, he did get a little love heart just then. I'm not going to ask for reassurance because I think he'll say something mean. She loves... Actually, I just had a complaint about the wind, but she loves the wind. She loves the feel of it in her hair. Just going to complain about the cold, though, because dresses not super designed for keeping warm. Since the flirting is going well, he is saying to her that he's been very confused lately. He's not been sure whether he even wanted a relationship with anybody. You're really beautiful, Andrea, and I enjoy being with you, but I don't feel a deep connection right now. I mean, that's kind of what I was effectively saying, wasn't it? It's just so frustrating. I've been trying to hook these guys up since they were teenagers. Seriously. But he likes being flirted with. I'm sure if I had them hook up. And now he's leaving. I don't know, guys. Give him a lump of clay. It's like a lump of coal. He deserves it. Paullton! Get back here. Here's a farewell present from me to you. Kiss his hands. See how it goes. He's probably going to brush her off. Andrea's like, this is our last chance to be together for a while. So I've decided she's going to make a move. Oh, he just gave her a rose. I mean, you are my heart, my soul, my treasure, my today, my tomorrow, my forever, my everything. I'm so confused. See, look at the way he's looking at her. I think he's the kind of guy who doesn't want to need anybody. He came to live with his uncles. He doesn't really remember the circumstances because he was only a toddler when he moved in with them. He has memories of like a family tragedy of some kind, so he thinks something bad happened to his parents, and it's left him really leery of relationships. But they're both feeling super flirty. She thinks she's noticed he finds her super attractive, which, you know, I mean, of course he would. He is romantic. It is so surprising to me that it has been so hard to hook these two up. So ask him a risque question. They're having a suggestive conversation. Fun fact, this is the same lot where Jewel was conceived. Because Caitlin lived here for a while in the boarding house, and this is where Jared and Jewel hooked up. So there is form for this location. I'm just saying, I actively don't want her to get pregnant, but I kind of want these two to be a couple. They don't have to be married. I do think he would be particularly worried that, you know, is she going to come back? Is she going to lose interest in him? Look at her face, though. I think she's loved him her whole life since they met, and they met as children. But poor Paullton, there's family tragedy in his past. So, okay, they do actually have a positive romance now. It's so small. It's so small. Let's ask if he's had woohoo. I'd be surprised. I don't think he has. I've never had woohoo. Wanna? Andrea is a creature of passion, more so than the rest of her family. Let's have them hook up. They got a sentiment. She adores him. That's cute. Don't get pregnant, Andrea. I have very strong feelings about this. Do not get pregnant. Because this is exactly what happened with Jules' mum. It was, she was about to ship out in the morning. Jared came over for a visit. One thing led to another. So, you know, they're going to fool around in bed together. Their very, very first woohoo for both of them. So neither of them know what they're doing. Archer's gotten up and has gone to paint. He knows what's going on in here. Archer and his wife are actually, you can tell from their clothes, they're like outfits. They're quite poor. They live here because they can't afford to live anywhere else. So they're menial servants. Elsie, if Andrea gets busted by Elsie, she's going to cop such a lecture. Elsie lives here because she's never married and has nowhere else to go, basically. Was it fun? Was it good? Did you enjoy yourselves? This is what matters to me, Andrea. They had a romantic dance. No, this is your bed. You don't have to go somewhere else. Just kiss him goodbye. So, yeah, Elsie, not knowing Andrea has a boy in her room, wouldn't have said anything. She's also got a private bathroom, which is good. She better not be pregnant, though. I'll be so mad. I'm glad these guys are finally looking like they could get to be a couple. And kiss his hands. I just want to get to the point where they can ask to be a couple. Or she can ask him to be her boyfriend. Which is her way of saying, look, yes, I'm shipping out, but I will come back to you. You have to trust me. I'm not gonna cheat on you with someone else. I'm not, I've always loved you. I've loved you since we were kids. And obviously I will come back to you. Because he's like, do you have to go? You could stay. And she's like, well, I've signed a contract. I got to do it, but I will come back to you, I swear. Oh, is she getting embarrassed? What's going on? Oh, it's tedious now. Such a hard couple to get together, I swear. I've got their relationship to the point where, if I reset him maybe, because he's leaving, but she's going to run down and try and catch him before he leaves, because he's like, they've said awkward goodbyes to one another, and he's like, going to leave. And she's like, yeah, I guess I'll see you when I get back into port. And it all got a bit awkward. And then she's basically, we're imagining she's chasing him. She's very tired. She's chasing him to catch him before he leaves. And she's going to say, look, Colton, do you want to be my boyfriend? I promise I will come back to you. And she's like, he's agreed, and then he is actually leaving. So I'm actually going to end this part here, you guys. I'm glad that I finally got these guys together. I didn't want to have to do it with Woohoo, because it almost felt like circumventing the longer way to get to the romance that you need to become a couple. I think maybe the reason it makes sense is because he was so leery of getting a relationship with anybody. She was reaching out to him and he was brushing her off constantly. And she was then getting mad at him, but they were both super attracted to each other. And it makes sense that maybe it would take that attraction to kind of overcome all of the obstacles standing in the way of them becoming a couple. So, I mean, she looks super happy. She's, had her first kiss. She's had her first woohoo. She's in a relationship. She's over the moon. Plus, there's free cauldron mac and cheese to be eaten. So, and she's about to sail off on an adventure. Fingers crossed she's not pregnant. She shouldn't be. My woohoo percentage, like my hookup percentage, risk of pregnancy is super, super low. But that's not to say it won't happen. Because, I've had it happen and recently. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this part here, guys. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.